Alright, let's roll our segue for the next segment, which is my culture segment about, well, surprise, surprise, AI gets people into trouble. This is hypothetical.
Hypothetical. Alright, that's easy enough, I guess.
Hypothetical about Sora 2 creating deep fakes of celebrities and then, them realizing, oh shit, wait, we can make deep fakes of celebrities and then we can get in trouble for that because oh no! This is by Sean Kane on The Guardian. Bryan Cranston thanks OpenAI for cracking down on Sora 2 deepfakes, as if they should be thanked for doing something that is so obvious. That's the weird part of the story for me. In case you're wondering why I think it's wacky and weird, thanks people for doing a thing that was so obviously going to be a problem in the future. Everyone's been saying it for decades, that deepfakes are going to cause issues for a lot of people, including famous people, and you still just kept on going down the road. Bryan Cranston has said he's grateful to OpenAI for cracking down on deepfakes of himself on the company's generative AI video platform Sora 2, after users were able to generate his voice and likeness without his consent. The Breaking Bad star approached the Actors Union SAG-AFTRA with his concerns after Sora 2 users were able to generate his likeness during the video app's recent launch phase. On the 11th of October, the LA Times described a Sora 2 video in which a synthetic Michael Jackson takes a selfie video with an image of Breaking Bad star Bryan Cranston. Living people must ostensibly give their consent or opt in to a feature on Sora 2, with OpenAI stating since launch that it takes measures to block depictions of public figures, and that it has guardrails intended to ensure that your audio and images like this are used with consent. And can you revoke that consent at any time, or... Okay, the thing is, I've been on the internet my entire life, okay? Once it's on the internet, it's on there forever. Unless you painstakingly go to the process of going to Google and saying, please remove this result from your search engine, but still on the internet, right? It's almost impossible to scrub the entire internet of something. So, whether or not they have protections for consent and depictions of public figures, once somebody makes that, right? If I'm able to make Michael Jackson getting a selfie with Bryan Cranston, that image has been made now, permanently. And it's not going to be removable. People are going to be posting low-res screenshots of that image until the end of freaking time. And it'll be available to them. So that's the issue here, is that the fact that it was made to begin with, and this whole idea of giving consent, like, you don't have consent if you can't revoke it. Okay? You can't say, I don't want that anymore, but it still exists. You had zero consent to begin with. But when Sora 2 launched, several publications, including the Wall Street Journal, the Hollywood Reporter, and the LA Times, reported widespread anger in Hollywood after OpenAI allegedly told multiple talent agencies and studios that if they didn't want their clients or copyrighted material replicated in Sora 2, they would have to opt out rather than opt in. Haha, there you go. Zero consent. Your consent is taken advantage of there. OpenAI disputed these reports, telling the LA Times it was always its intention to give public figures control over how their likeness was used. How about 0%? Don't use anyone's likeness ever. Is that not possible for you? Well, maybe you should stop being a company. Monday, the 20th October, Cranston issued a statement through SAG-AFTRA thanking OpenAI for improving its guardrails. I think this is sarcasm, to prevent users generating his likeness again. I was deeply concerned not just for myself, but for all performers who work and identify can be misused in this way, Cranston said. I am grateful to OpenAI for its policy and for improving its guardrails, and hope that they and all of the companies involved in this work respect our personal and professional right to manage replication of our voice and likeness. Two of Hollywood's biggest major agency, Creative Arts Agency CAA, and United Talent Agency UTA, which represent Cranston, have repeatedly raised alarms about the potential risk of Sora 2 and other generative AI platforms on their clients and their careers. On the 20th of October, UTA and CAA co-signed a statement with OpenAI, SAG-AFTRA, and Talent Agent Union, the Association of Talent Agents, ATA, stating that what had happened to Cranston was an error and that they would all work together to protect actors' right to determine how and whether they can be simulated. Why don't we just not simulate any actors? Like, I feel like it's the easiest thing to do. Just don't do it. While from the start it was OpenAI's policy to require opt-in for use of voice and likeness, OpenAI expressed regret for these unintentional generations. OpenAI has strengthened guardrails around the replication of voice and likeness when individuals do not opt in, the statement read. Actor Sean Astin, who is the new president of SAG-AFTRA, warned that Cranston is one of the countless performers whose voice and likeness are in danger of massive misappropriation by replication technology. Ryan did the thing by communicating with his union and his professional representatives to have the matter addressed. This particular case has a positive resolution. I'm glad OpenAI has committed to using an opt-in protocol where all artists have the ability to choose whether they wish to participate in the exploitation of their voice and likeness using AI. If there's anybody out there who's opting in, just give up. Please don't. Everyone should be opting out of this completely. Do not give them any ammunition. Simply put, Sean Ashton continues, simply put, opt-in protocols are the only way to do business, and the No Fakes account will make us safer, he added, referring to the No Fakes Act currently being considered by Congress, which seeks to ban the production and distribution of AI-generated replica of any individual without their consent. Just another form of copyright law, probably. OpenAI publicly supports the No Fakes Act, with CEO Sam Altman saying that the company is deeply committed to protecting performers from misappropriation of their voice and likeness. So, yeah, because you can't make any money if you're being sued all the time for breaking copyright. Sora 2 does allow users to generate historical figures, like Abraham Lincoln, for example, defined broadly as anyone both famous and dead. However, OpenAI has recently agreed to allow representatives of recently deceased public figures to request that their likeness be blocked from Sora 2. Yeah, who just died again recently? Ozzy Osbourne just died. I'm going to create an AI deepfake video of him saying he supports Nazism. Now everyone's going to hate him, and I can cancel Ozzy Osbourne on the internet.
We'll cancel dead people.
Honestly, maybe it should be just like copyright law, which is if it's 75 years dead, you can use it for free, right? It should be open source, people, I guess. I don't think anyone should be doing this at all. Right, but if I want to, since we've obviously decided we lost the battle against AI, we're just gonna have to support the existence of Sora 2. Nope. I think it should be. Somebody's been dead for 75 years or longer. You can use them in their stupid software, but yeah.
Yep, AI. You can just sit around and have a list of enemies. I'm sorry, am I doing my hypothetical yet?
Hello! Thank you for claiming your medals and congratulations on your rank up. Somebody just, who was that? Omlin! Omlin has ranked up to, you've already won. You've already won, Omlin. As we know. And good morning. Recently, to continue my story, earlier this month, OpenAI announced that they had worked together with the estate of Martin Luther King Jr. at their request. And was pausing the ability to depict King on Sora 2 as the company strengthen guardrails for historical figures. I'm going to have Martin Luther King say he was happy the Holocaust happened. Yeah! Recent Zelda Williams, the daughter of late actor Robin Williams, pleaded with people to please stop sending her AI videos of her father, while Kelly Carlin, daughter of late comedian George Carlin, has called AI videos of her father overwhelming and depressing. And I'm sure George Carlin would also, both these comedians would be pissed at this happening, right? It goes against the fundamental things that they believed in as people, and their images being used to portray all sorts of bullshit, I'm sure. Look, George Carlin says he liked Donald Trump. That's why you should like him too. Yeah, I'm sure that was the real him. Legal experts have speculated that generative AI platforms are allowing the use of dead historical figures to test what is permissible under the law. And that's what happens with new technology. They keep pushing the boundaries until you figure out all the things you need to cut off, I guess.
The only way to round this up is to start faking Sam Altman saying fake shit, right? I do that all day. Let's get Sam Altman and just have him do it all day. Let's have his mom. Let's get a video of his mom or somebody in his family. Just any of these ChatGPT motherfuckers are out there promoting their frickin', their scam, which is what it is, a frickin' scam. Just put their faces out there saying fake shit. See how they like it. That's all I got to say about hypotheticals.
Sounds good. I
Other
agree
than
with
I'm
you.
some loser in my basement and there's some celebrity I hate, I'm gonna just sit there all day long and create these fucking videos. And who's gonna get blamed for it? Not me. I don't get blamed for it. They'll blame ChatGPT
No, it was
for it.
OpenAI.
And
Yeah, it was OpenAI. They did it. It was the
they
Sora
won't
2.
do it. OpenAI will just take the blame and go on counting their money because they don't care. They're not going to suffer any consequences from this because they're rich and they can do whatever they want to. All right. So I would say anybody that hates this crap, just find some videos of what's his ass there, Sam Altman, and have him saying a bunch of bullshit he never said, and just do this every single day the rest of his life. That's what I would do. And anybody that's executive in any of these companies trying to force this crap down our throats.
Well, that's what you had an entire account on Facebook about what's his name?
Oh, I had a group on Facebook I started called what's his name? Mark Zuckerberg blows goats.
Yeah.
And all it was just a bot farm. All I did was get bots. I got bots subscribing. I want to join your group. My name is Mark Zuckerberg with 3 Z's, or or I got a lot of half of the members are Leon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Peter Thiel. I got all these billionaires, right? Are joining the fucking group because it says Mark. Anyway,
The bots get activated.
I shut it down. I could reactivate it. I just want to figure out, get rid of all the bots, turn it into a regular thing.
You made this account back when the fake news stuff happened, right? Where it's just like, yeah, I can just make stuff up now. We're just gonna.
Yeah, when Mark Zuckerberg was defending the fact that he was taking Russian money to put ads on Facebook, and didn't realize they were from Russia. You were taking rubles, motherfucker. Who uses rubles besides Russia? Name the countries, please. I didn't know it's Russia. Oh, yeah, paid in ruble. That was actually when my favorite senator Al Franken was asking these questions. I'm like, they were paid in rubles, but you didn't know it was from Russia. Perfect question. Otherwise, Mark Zuckerberg's a fascist. He supports fascist agenda, and he doesn't give a shit about you. So, and don't forget Peter Thiel. And I found this out the other day. Peter Thiel was one of the original investors in Facebook. You know how much he bought into Facebook for? 10% share?
Mm-hmm.
$500,000. That's couch money to a billionaire. $500,000 Peter Thiel bought into Facebook. He owns 10% of it. So every time the stock price goes up, that asshole gets rich. Don't forget, Peter Thiel's the guy behind J.D. Vance. He basically put J.D. Vance through college.